This is a podcast from the Business Times.
Good evening. It's Wednesday, August 12th, 2026. Here's your market-focused daily closing bell update by the Business Times. Oil and gold prices climbed today as geopolitical tensions ratcheted up ahead of key U.S. inflation data. The yen slid against the dollar, having unwound much of its gains following rare intervention in currency markets by Japan and the United States. The regional share benchmark rose, led by gains in South Korean stocks. Asia was rattled by an early morning missile launch by North Korea, and markets remained focused on U.S. consumer price index data later in the session for signals of timing for a potential Federal Reserve rate hike. U.S. crude rose 0.61% to almost 84 a barrel, and Brent rose 0.62% on the day and poised for a sixth straight daily gain. Both benchmarks settled more than $1 higher yesterday, marking their highest closes since July 31st, and extending gains after jumping about 5% on Monday. Spot gold rose 0.77% to just over $4,400 an ounce, while spot silver rose 1%. MSCI's broadest index of Asia-Pacific shares outside Japan was up 0.8%, while Japan's benchmark Nikkei share gauge rose 0.8% as the market reopened after a holiday. South Korea's Kospi surged 4%, driven by gains in tech shares. Today's CPI data will not capture the most recent rise in energy costs, but it could still prove instrumental in setting expectations for the Fed's meeting next month, with money markets showing an even chance of a hike. Consumer prices are expected to edge up 0.1% in July after falling 0.4% in June. Markets are also increasingly pricing in an early rate hike in Japan, putting pressure on the nation's shorter-dated bonds. And Taiwan's Foxconn, the world's largest contract electronics maker, reported today a 35% rise in second quarter profit, beating analyst forecasts on continued strong demand for AI, which it predicted would drive growth this year. That's it for today. For more business news and market updates, visit bt.sg and Lens on Daily for the latest tomorrow at 10 a.m.
This is a podcast by the Business Times. Find more BT podcasts at businesstimes.com.sg/podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts. This podcast is meant to provide general information only. SPH Media accepts no liability for loss arising from any reliance on the podcast or use of third parties' products and services. Please consult professional advisors for independent advice.